Hutch Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Hallis Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails, NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment.
Here locally in the community, make sure y'all go check out Kneecap Body by Jeremy Hutchinson.
Good afternoon. It is Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B. We got Davey in here saying good afternoon. One Pride Go Lions, and Yoli Cruz saying hello. Hello, Yoli. So now that the game is done, the review's over, I'm going to show a couple things before I get into any news. This is the rally towel they gave away. I reported to Ford Field Watch Party, Detroit versus Dallas, October 13th, 2024. Thank you for coming in, Ricky Sakat. Brent, good to see you. I also picked myself up a souvenir popcorn bucket. I'm probably going to use that. Right here as my waste container underneath the desk. I think that's a good spot for it. That popcorn container, I paid $10 for all you can eat popcorn. I didn't even finish the bucket. I just wanted the bucket. I'm not gonna lie. I could care less about the popcorn. But that being said, we do have news. We have a new defensive end, Lions coach Isaiah Thomas from Bengals practice squad, who played one game with 9 total tackles, 1 sack, 1 fumble recovered in 15 snaps. So I'm not saying he's going to be great. I'm not saying he's that guy. But at the same time, we're doing next man up, guys. He's a practice squad coach on a Tuesday, which means he's available to play this Sunday as long as he gets the defensive scheme down in time. We all know who's not good on this roster in the defensive end room so far this season, and that's Houston. He's awful. I don't care what anybody says. You can talk about all that crap he did his rookie year. Viking Rob says Darrisaw's going to be bored. I don't think so. I think we're going to be switching some guys around. And he has good size. Yes. And what's interesting note on Isaiah Thomas, he was picked round 7, pick 223 back in 2019, the pick we traded to the Cleveland Browns to get backup quarterback David Blau. Yep, 6'5" and 270 pounds. So if he's able to be coached up and get in the game, 100% it'll be a good thing. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Uh, I've been telling people it's not going to happen. Right, Viking Rob. That's what I was getting at. It's low risk, high reward. He's young. He's only been in the league 7 years. So what? He's 28, 29, maybe 30 on the top end, which is at the back end of someone's prime, which is fine. Right now, it sucks about Hutchinson, but he dodged all the major setback bullets right away. He didn't damage any nerves, he didn't damage any tendons, he didn't damage any muscle, and he didn't damage any ligament. So it's a straightforward thing. And because of his age and how young he is, because of his age and how conditioned he is as an athlete, a doctor on Woodward Sports there says there's an out a 55% chance he could even be healed in 3 months. I'm not counting on that. I think 4 to 6 months is a fair assessment, which means he's basically done for the season. I don't want that pipe dream. He could be back for the Super Bowl. But it's great news because it means that there should be very little complication from the leg break he had. It wasn't that little bone in the ankle that controls your bend. It actually controls your Achilles tendon and all the ligaments in your foot. That little bone in the center of the ankle. And that's what's wrong with Houston. So I do love the fact that we got some people that they're bringing somebody in. It's better than nothing. But hey, Vikings Rob, did you see my picture from at Ford Field? I've seen Ken Catalone in his VWO attire going to for a cheeseburger across the street from the stadium. Yep, I'd rather have Hutch heal great and play next year. No, our books are not as bad as everybody's making them out to be. They've done a fair job with it. We got 28 million on the books this year, and we still got another 45 next year or 65. I can't remember. I'll look it up and talk about that more tomorrow. But War Week has started. The NFL week is over. Oh, Rodgers, out of his 20 attempts at the end of games to get a fail Mary, he got one last night. He didn't throw a pick. Congratulations to him. Only quarterback to throw four of them. Andrew Merklinger, I don't think we're making any big splashes. Stop. Until we see them do something, I'll accept whatever they do. We added somebody. We're on a wait and see. There's 2 weeks before the trade deadline. But in all actuality, with the deal not getting done in New York, the one that might possibly get got because he's cheap right now, but we'd have to probably either re-sign him or tell him it'll be a prove it year, and that's Hassan Reddick. He's mad at the Jets because the GM said, "Yeah, we'll sign you as soon as you get here," and the coach said, "No, we're not." He has a new agency, so let's see what happens. The Jets are not a Super Bowl contending team the way they're built right now. That O line is atrocious. Yes, they traded and got Devontae Adams. Good for them. They got another weapon that Aaron Rodgers might not be able to get the ball to. Andrew, you sound like a guy who used to be on the show. He wanted Josh Allen that year he was drafted, but the Jags picked him out from under us, and we ended up with T.J. Hutchinson. That's why. It is what it is. Would it be cool to get Josh Allen? Of course it would. But let's focus on what we have in front of us. I'm always good. I'm here talking football. That's all I need to do. I don't think we do. Andrew, you thought they were going to make a big. Did the Jets' new head coach Rodgers fire the kicker yet? No, no, that hasn't happened yet. Actually, it was the first thing I talked about right there. I've been on top of stuff all morning, Dan. You know how I am. I also know about Devontae Adams to the Jets for a conditional third round pick, which could be a second round pick if he plays the rest of the year and has so many snap counts. It is what it is. People have made moves. That was a sale move, and the Jets are in that middle water in their division. They needed to make a move. We're not in middle water, people. Hell, ESPN Football Power Index ranked the Lions as the number one team this morning. I don't know how, but that's what they had. Don't shoot the messenger. I don't make that stuff up. But also, ESPN in their playoff seeding has the Packers ranked above the Bears, and that's not the case. Yeah, my teeth are fucked up. I know that 100%, and I don't care. I don't see Branch blitzing, but I see more linebacker blitz, just like we saw right after Hutch went down. We saw Nowoski get a sack. Um, we're going to be blitzing more often. We're going to be sending 5 probably. But if you got the money to pay for my teeth to get fixed, if you're in a bitch about it, go ahead and give it. Jim Jackson, all the bandwagon fans should relax. We'll be just fine. Let's do it for Hutch. One pride. Just like the year when Mike Utley went down. Fans freaked out that year too. And the whole team rallied behind Mike Utley and his injury. Let's do it for Mike. Let's do it for Hutch. It's the same thing. And we have better depth of talent. Darren Ryan, good to see you. I love how people go to personal attacks when they can't attack the knowledge. It's so much fun. Oh, they made it to the playoffs. Okay, thanks. I had a grand mal seizure and shattered my teeth. It sucked, but I deal with it 100%. I'm talking to the guy that said holy teeth about me. He went to a personal attack. This isn't a shit talking show. So if you're here to talk shit, get off the channel. I don't care what Tuesdays is. I don't care what show I go into. This is my channel. And you know what, Troy M? Goodbye. Congratulations, Brent. I'm glad you got them because I'm sick of it. They want to knock on me for this. They can get the fuck out. I'm done. No, that's not Von Doom. I don't know who the hell it is, but he won't be back. And get better, Brent. Take care. I understand. Grand mal seizures suck. I know friends who had that had epilepsy. Um, I, I'm to the point where I'm just blocking people for being stupid and ignorant. Um, if you don't like our team, if you don't like our fans, get the fuck out the door. I think I'm only going to be going live into my channel anymore. That way, I know if I'm blocking somebody on my YouTube or not. I'm done. I'm done with ignorance. I'm done with hatred. You can talk shit about teams. But this is a Lions based show. This is not Trash Talk Tuesday on my show. So if you came here to trash talk, get the fuck out. I'll say that now. I am looking into saving money to get my teeth fixed. But you know what? I don't have $14,000 right now to take care of them. So y'all want to pony up the money? I'm more than happy to get it done so I never have to hear another word about it. Because I don't have insurance. I don't get state aid because I make just enough money. I don't qualify. Plus, I'm single white male. Um, Campbell giving Goff the game ball. It actually went over his stats right after he walked in. He only gave out 2 instead of 3 this week. Did anybody notice that? I know where the third ball went. Take a guess where that third game ball went. Just for you, Brent, because you're headed back to work. FTP. The third game ball went to Hutch's room while he was in surgery to his parents so they could give it to him. That's a class act. But I've been talking about this guy for 2 off seasons and how I wanted to see him on the field on defense instead of just special teams. Trevor Nowaski. I think we're going to see more of him now. He did a good job in coverage. He got a sack the play after Hutch went off the field. I know you do. That's why I did it, buddy. I'm just we're probably going to have an early end to the show today. There's not a lot of news out there. Aaron Jones looks like he's trending towards playing. Yes, he did. I knew if he got the chance, he would. One thing the relative athletic score does, it doesn't talk about the heart of the player, but it does talk about the physical attributes of the player. And the fact he had a 9.96 was 37th all time in 2022 UDFA class or 2023 UDFA class. 37th. CD3 had a concussion, but he cleared protocol. Could have came back in. They didn't put him back in, which is fine because I think Bildor and Dorsey did better in his stead on CD. I've been on the Nowoski train ever since training camp. Dude is a dog, 100%. I love the way the kid played in the 2023 preseason. If you remember, he had a pass breakup in all 3 games. I think he had a sack and a forced fumble. So when he didn't make the active roster and went to the practice squad when we were complaining about our linebacking core in 2023, it bothered me. When Houston made the roster, I was okay with it because Houston just came off of that great rookie year. This year, I was not okay with Houston making the roster. I'm still not. That's 100% why Matthew Betts went back to the CFL. He didn't want to be languishing on a practice squad. He wants to be on a field. Coincidentally, they're 6 games in on their season or 7 games, and he has like 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and an interception. Yes, Kyle Peko tore his pec and has to have surgery. He's done for the year. So that's our 3 from those last 3 games that we got for people that are out for the year. I agree with that, David Barnett. I do think we have a great chance to win. Will we win? The game will be settled on the field. US Bank is another place where Dan Campbell needs to get that snide off his record. That's all I got to say. 2 of our losses to Minnesota have been there. So we need to fix that this week. And if our offense is clicking like that, because we've gone against some decent defenses and done it, now we just went up against a weak defense who are 28th in EVA in the run and 22nd in EVA in the pass. I kind of had a feeling we were beating. I never thought it would be within 14 points. I said that would be the minimum we beat them by. We blew them out, 47-9. The first time anyone in NFL history has ended a game with that score. That's out of hundreds of games, not just a flash in the pan. That's NFL history. So there'll probably be another uniform heading to Canton after this game. Every time a record-setting performance has somehow happened, a uniform goes. I wonder whose it'll be this time. I think due to the injury, it'll probably be Hutch. He was first in pressures, first in QB hits, first in sacks. Um, the guy was having a career year, and it's a damn shame he's gone. 8 weeks, 6 weeks in, 8 sacks. You don't just replace that. There is nobody that can replace it. Yeah, Peko getting hurt was the other one. Will somebody posted in Woodward Sports? Brian Branch is the first safety in 5 games to have 5 interceptions and a forced fumble, other than Darby, on the other hand, has played all 5 games. He has 4 interceptions, all in the end zone. Yep, MCDC has been checking off boxes since he took over, and I expect to continue this Sunday. Some time for some skull pounding. LOL. Yes. Kamish is supposedly possibly able to be back by Thanksgiving, as is Mosley. Um, Barnes, he's out for the year. Davenport's out for the year. Peko and Hutch are all out for the year. Kamish is not done. He was put on the 12-week return. Same with Mosley, because their injury happened early enough in the preseason that they can come back. Uh, Iffy, on the other hand, may not be back all year. But I will say that number 12, Brennan Joseph, has been doing fine in his stead. Yes, I did. I will put it up here again. The new defensive end, Lions coach Isaiah Thomas from Bengals practice squad, who played 1 game with 9 total tackles, 1 sack, 1 fumble recovered on 15 snaps this season for the Bengals when they called him up because of their defensive end being hurt. He's a right defensive end by trade. Uh, he was picked by the Browns in the 7th round at pick 223, which was the Lions pick they traded to Cleveland for David Blau. It's a full circle moment. I've already done my homework. Mild explosiveness, great bull rush, good use of hands, could be a sneaky good pickup. If he has never been slated to come back, everybody missed it. I told you guys he had surgery on that ankle. Oh no, I don't mind repeating it, T-Bone. If you're gonna put it in the comments because you just got here, I'm gonna repeat everything. His ankle shot, plain and simple. Kamish was good before the arm thing. I don't get it. He had to wear it to protect the wrist that he was still healing at the time. He broke it, if I remember right, on Carson Wentz's helmet in that Washington game. I just I have this weird feeling we're doing next man up. They're going to rotate people in and out, try to keep fresh legs. They're not going to actually replace Hutch. That's just my gut feeling. What's up? Just chilling up north after shoulder surgery. I'm chilling right here, talking Lions football with all of y'all. Good to see you, Patty. Ifeatu Melifonwu has not been taken off the IR yet. His ankle is still bad. The guy that came off the IR when I said he would is Rakestraw, who actually played. Did pretty decent last night. My top 5 guys on offense, first and foremost, it was the O line. Then and I'm doing that as one. It was David Montgomery, Amon Ra, Sam Laporta, Jamison Williams, and Gibbs. Those were the dogs. They were the ones that shouldered everything. Gibbs was breaking off big run after big run, but that was to be expected because the Cowboys suck at stopping the run. 28th in EVA. That tells you everything. Yep. Patty, I believe, was having the pins removed from the shoulder surgery and now is in recovery, right? Just getting it to where it's mobile again. So I expect that AG is going to dial up the blitzing, just like he did versus Dallas. He's going to have to. Minnesota has a good O-line, and how you rattle Darnold is the same way the Jets rattled Darnold. It's with pressure. You shut down the run, which they did after Aaron Jones went down. He is expected to play, and we've struggled with Aaron Jones before, but we've also had games where we shut him down. So I'm not scared of Aaron Jones. If we could do that and manage to keep everything in front of us, I think we'll be fine with the way the offense has been rolling. But that defense is nasty. We have to stop their front four. Alex Van Ginkel will drop back in coverage when you don't think he will, and steal one from your tight end. Gernard has been great. I'm not taking the Minnesota Vikings lightly. I think it's going to be a dogfight of a game, but we're going to have to do like we did versus Seattle. Just keep scoring when they score. Yes, I have to go in for physical therapy to get movement back. 100%. Okay, good. I Kamish didn't look as good last year because he was backing up Aiden Hutchinson, the guy that plays 91% of the snaps. When you go from 70% of the snaps to 9% of the snaps, your stat will plummet dramatically. But if you actually look at his production for when he was on the field, I think Kamish did pretty admirable last year. You know, 31-27 Lions. Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm thinking. It's going to be a medium high scoring game. Um, I think they got the over under set at 52.5 right now. I'd almost bet the over and take the Lions. You know what's crazy is we're 2-1 at home and we're 2-0 on the road again, or 1-1 at home, 2-0 on the road, right? 2-0 on the road, 2-1 at home. Yes, it went from a 1.5 point dog to a 3 point dog after the Hutch injury. I think even if we lose, we cover the spread. Yep, I was impressed with Davenport. He suffered a new injury, not a re-injury, which I also said that too. I look forward to he and Hutch coming back next season. Unfortunately, Davenport was a 1 year rental. He's on the books, but in dead space only. It was a futures contract. He was a 1 year deal. Reeder was the one that got the multi-year deal, if I'm not mistaken. I could have it backwards, but I think that's how that works. Let me see. What do you think of the Adams Jets trade? I think that'll help them out some, but they needed. Agreed. Davenport is, when playing good, a guy can really bull rush. Yep. McNeil and Pascal will step up. Our secondary is improving. Goff and our offense are unstoppable. Division lead after beating the Vikings. Go Lions. 100%. Um, it makes sense. What do I think about Vaki at Sam? No, I think he's doing fine in the role he's at on special teams and as the occasional fullback or dispeller at running back. Uh, I like Nowoski at the Sam. That's who I want there. After what I saw this week, that's who I want at the Sam. It's Nowoski. Good afternoon. It's a great day to be a Lion, one pride. But Jim Jackson, you're exactly right. I think we could have the division lead after we beat the Vikings. Ah, yes. So before you ask, yes, I do know the details on the guy we got. I know what that round 7, he was the pick for the Browns that they got and for us trading for David Blau in 2019. So let's see, he's been in the league 5 years. If he was a fourth year senior, he'd have been 22 when he got into the draft, so that makes him 26. If he was a fifth year senior, he's 23, so that would make him 28. He's between 27 and 29. Hey, all, been listening in. Thank you. Thank you, Moonscar. We appreciate you. I just want to say thank you, everybody. Without you, I wouldn't be growing. That's how it goes. I try to give my insight. There are people who don't like me, and that's fine. There are people that want to go to personal attacks, and that's fine if they want to do that too, but I'm not going to listen to it. I won't let them do the personal attacks in my chat either. It's fine to pick on the team, but we don't need personal attacks. That's where I'm at with it. No, Isaiah Thomas is not a bad pickup. He has decent to medium exposure. He has a good bull rush. He has an okay swim move. Uh, like I said, 9 total tackles, 1 sack, and a fumble recovery in his 1 game played and 15 snaps. That's production in 9 snaps, people. We've seen people play 5 snaps and can't get production for 1. So I think that's pretty good. Yes, I'm looking at you, James Houston. So I think it's all hands on deck. I think out of the 7 players we bring up from the practice squad, 3 or 4 of them are going to be defensive end linebacker guys. You're the man, JB. My thing is everybody isn't going to have the same take on everything. That's called fandom. 100%. I agree. I get it. I don't mind a football debate. If you want to debate football with me, I'm with you 100%. But if you go to personal attacks, I'm done. I'll check out. We already had one set me off right here on the show to start. Started talking about my teeth, holy teeth. All right. Then he started attacking us about when I said that I believe the depth we have is good enough to recover space. Realistically, losing Hutch is detrimental, but he's not the only player on the D line. Hopefully, AD can skim up the D line to get pressure. Well, he kind of did. It's funny that Hutch had the same pressure win rate as the entire front 7 last week. He dialed up the blitzes. This is what I've been trying to say. Well, Hutch is great. You're never going to replace with one player that production. But if you get 3 or 4 mediocre players that can come in, Terrell Williams, yes, it's not that serious. It's not life or death out there. It's just football. Yeah, and talking on Russell Wayne's show, that guy that told me to go play with a toaster, he can kick rock. I'm done. That's the one I'm talking about, T-Bone Loads. We used our speed quite a bit in that game. Gibbs had 5 carries for 60 or 12 carries for 63 yards and a 5.2 average. Yeah, I seen that too. And I understand my co-host is a different animal. He's a dick. I ain't gonna lie. Von Doom is a dick when he wants to be. You got to push his buttons first, though. You ask somebody to stop doing something and they continue, that's when he goes off. Uh, Bad guy, John Kapler. That guy. Is the new guy better than a Good? I would say he's on that level of player. A Good isn't bad, but he isn't good. He's a mediocre player. He's average. We have a bunch of average guys on this roster. That is one of the things that I touted about this team. I love the fact that I seriously think the only way the Lions are screwed is if Goff gets hurt with our depth. Von Doom a dick? No way. But for those that didn't see it earlier, I reported to Ford Field watch party. Detroit versus Dallas, October 13th, 2024. We're gonna miss that guy right here. Not gonna lie. You know what? We still got everybody else on that picture. Well, I'm an asshole, but good thing I'm not an LGBTQ. That's where I'm at. I think golf is the biggest thing that'll hurt us. And that rally flag was waving an awful lot Sunday when I was at the watch party. That was a lot of fun. Oh, look at that Yoli and the purple boy going at it. We don't need to personal attack each other. We get enough from the other fan base. We can disagree about things. Just don't make it personal. 100%. Um, People don't know what happens after the show. I think we're going to see a lot more LB sacks now. At least I hope so. I think so too. Think about it. We can drop 6 in coverage. There's 5 offensive linemen. There's 1 QB. There's only 11 guys on the field. No, they're about the same as the Thanksgiving towels. I love it though. It's going to eventually be hung right up here over my shoulder so you guys can see it every time. Did you guys notice how many times Dan Skipper and Taylor Decker reported as eligible receivers that game? It was great. We get enough personal attacks out of the people of other fan bases. I don't need help from Lions fans. I could tell the one guy wasn't a Lions fan, so I don't know what YouTube channel I blocked him from. So I guess from now on, I'm not going into the other YouTube not going to deal with it. That's where I'm at. I love the new cover over the vestibule there where you enter at gate A. That looks great. Oh, yeah. I understand that Branch can get in there, but we need Branch back where he was. I agree with Brent Anzalone, Campbell, Rodrigo, and Nowaski. I'm not taking Nowaski out of that lineup after what I saw. Because remember, that was versus starters. And he ran right in between Cooper Beebe and the left guard, got right in there and knifed in. It can't save you $100 million. He's on a rookie contract. But I will tell you what they will do. And I've said this, and people can argue with me that I'm wrong. This means that Hutch is getting the 5th-year option, but he might not get re-signed next season. They're going to want to see him on the field before they do it. I got that gut feeling because that's what we've done with everybody else who was a first round pick that got hurt and missed time so far. Let them do some stuff on the field, then say, okay, yeah, we'll re-sign you. I don't think he gets his deal done in the offseason. Yes, it looks like the point spread is at 3.5 from 1.5, so it went up. They gave them another 2 points. And it's not saying that Hutchinson isn't a leader type of guy. Oh yeah, Uku did great. He came in when Hutch went out, made a big stop at the line and the running game. Also swung out and got a tackle on the tight end and didn't get blowed out. He wasn't pancaked. I like what I saw from Uku over what I saw from Houston versus the Seahawks with their backup left tackle. Money helps people to heal, but seriously. Really? Seriously? Well, guys, I'm going to cut it short so I can get ready for work. I'm going to start at the bottom. Fuck the Packers. No, I don't say it as good as Von Doom, but I don't care. In third place, fuck the Bears. In second place, it's the Lions. And in first place, they can get skull fucked. Hutch is Detroit Rock City Lions. 100%. I'm not saying he isn't. He is that guy. You guys all have a great day, but don't forget, my other sponsor is Brandon Service right here on at South Grand Traverse and 602 West Atherton Road in Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Stop in and check us out. Used tires, $45 and up. If you need new tires, please call 810-233-8230. Talk to George, Red, or myself. Oh, you want the jazz music? All right. There you go, Corey. The Bears are the only team in the North that doesn't make the playoffs. See, right now, the Packers are the ones outside because their only record in the division is 0-1. Right now, the Bears are in the playoffs. And according to differential of point spread, number 1 is the Vikings, number 2 is the Lions, number 3 is the Bears, number 4 is the Packers. And yes, The Bears have been winning the games they should win, and they have a conference win in there. Yay! I love it. You guys have a blessed day, and we will see you tomorrow at noon, where I will check into more Lions news. I don't really cover the rumors except to dispel them that much. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Jordan Love will F it up. I love it. Have a great day, everybody. Try every day to be a better person, and you